Today I had the pleasure of meeting two very lovely people. Angelo, who lives in a RAV4 by night and by day turns his home into a business. And he has a beautiful story of meeting an individual last year who was on fentanyl, and a year later met up with him again and has changed his life. It's an amazing story. And then I had the pleasure of also meeting Marie. Marie, a fun-loving soul, living life large. Give you a quick tour of her weekender. She has a toy trailer, and she works like a mad woman, 71 years old, in the summertime in Iowa. Two very different stories. People who are out there living their best life and making a difference. And I hope you will come along as we meet Angelo and Marie. The beginning of another fun-filled day at the RTR. Oh, we had some rain this morning. It's not sunny Arizona today. But I'm heading over to my area where I park myself for a couple hours and help out with the sweepstakes for the Blue Eddy. Sir, can I help you with something?
I know you, don't I?
I don't know, do you?
I think I knew Linda from Serene and Simple Life.
Yeah, that's me.
Wow. I've followed you for years.
Aw, thank you, thank you, thank you. And what is your name? Who are you?
I'm Angelo Darren. I'm with Freedom Mobile Living.
Freedom Mobile Living. Fantastic, Angelo. And you're a full-time nomad, are you?
I am. I started about 4 years ago.
Wow. And what is your what is Freedom Mobile Living?
It's something that gives me freedom by being a mobile liver, by
Yes.
living in a mobile vehicle.
Okay, that's your YouTube channel?
It is. It is.
Oh, okay. I was thinking it was a business you were running here.
Well, it is kind of a business because it's tied in with what's called Ride Local, which I own a ride share company.
Oh, gotcha.
And so
okay.
we do a lot of airport rides, so it is tied in with it. My whole premise of it is because it's what I do as a nomad, is I make my living on the road by turning my RAV4 into a bedroom every night, and then during the day I transform it where I can take passengers and make money during the day. So I work, I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I start driving about 4. I drive until about 2 or 3, depending on when I want to. And then I'm done for the night. And I really repeat that every day, other than taking the time when I want to stop and smell the roses or to, experience God's country.
Yes, fantastic. Wow. So you are quite innovative. I mean, you went from, you have your YouTube channel, Freedom Mobile Living, ride share.
Right.
And do people actually, what is your route? Like, what's your earliest that you're transporting people? Do they need to get to the airport? Or?
It could be all hours, because generally I have a website, so people schedule on the website, like for an airport run, they give me 6 hours advance notice, and then we match up a driver with them in order to complete that ride, which is kind of nice because it gives me the ability to not only make, let's say I didn't want to work that much that day, I don't need the funds or whatever, I don't have to. It's kind of like working when I want to, and enjoying the finer things of life, like being here at the RTR today. That's enabled me to do that because I can financially afford it. Because really, in Quartzsite, there's nowhere to make money other than if you're going to work a regular job, like at a McDonald's or something like that.
Gotcha. A lot of service jobs here in Quartzsite,
right.
and it's very seasonal too.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's fantastic. So, have you been here since the beginning of the RTR?
No, actually, I came in from Phoenix. I took a couple to the airport in Phoenix from Yuma, and then I decided to head over here and meet somebody here. And so I got here late last night, so I had to deal with the rain a little bit, but that was all right. I met some people last night, experienced court site a little bit at the nighttime, which is everything closes down early.
Okay.
You know, but
they don't have bars open till 2? Or
no. Actually, been looking for something at least open till 9, and I had a hard time finding something.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Another passion I have, and I want to mention it because it ties into the freedom mobile living, is one of the passion I have is with the homelessness that we have in our country. One of the problems I have is that we are a rich country, but yet we don't service that type of people the way they have befallen themselves, either got mental illness through drugs or through natural causes. I have a real passion for them. And I'll give you an example because their story means a lot. I met one guy that he started fentanyl because his mom gave it to him at 13.
Okay.
So here's a guy that got into that situation or that style of life, didn't know how to get out of it, and how do they get out of it? So because there was really not a road for them to go other than maybe rehab houses and stuff like that, but a lot of those don't treat their people with respect. So a lot of times they're disrespected, and it gets them back into that other lifestyle. So it's almost like a vicious circle.
Sure.
And I've met so many people on the road with that, and I've seen their lifestyle, and most of them are in groups. They either on bicycles or they're on feet.
Mm-hmm.
But generally they travel in groups, which makes sense, community, and that's what everybody wants to belong to, so they do in that type of lifestyle as well.
Mm-hmm. Very good. And so you've talked to people, I imagine, you've helped some people get on their feet.
God, I've had stories that brought tears to my eyes.
Angelo, do you have a particular story of somebody that you've helped?
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that because I do. The person I met here was that person. A year ago, I met a gentleman that was living in his van from Oregon.
And he was on fentanyl?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
He was.
Mm-hmm.
He was. And he ended up getting off of it. And when he got off of it, I showed him how to do the DoorDash. Even though, it's pretty simple for the average person to download, but you had to show him how from beginning to end. I took him out on the road for a couple weeks, showed him how to do the deliveries and stuff. He made money. Now we met up again a year later. He's doing really good. He said he thinks he's living the best life he's ever lived. He's happy. It's good to see that, and it's good to see somebody that you lent a hand, and then they ran with it rather than fell back into their old habits.
Yes, and isn't that how God works?
It
He
is tremendous.
Plants people in your path. And if you're willing and open and you have a heart to serve, then God will use you all for His glory.
That's exactly right.
That's
He sure
fantastic.
Will. He sure will.
And then here's the little, this is your business, right?
It is.
The Need a Ride.
It is.
So there you go. And then after it wraps up here with your ride share, what do you do after that?
Well, after that, I really don't have any plans. I have thought that maybe to head back to Phoenix area because it's a busy city. I make good money there, and then maybe go back down to Yuma. So I stay in the winter area. I stay in Arizona for the most part.
All right.
Maybe go to Lake Havasu or something like that. But then as it gets too warm, like in July, I start heading north.
Okay. And then did you I don't know, maybe with somebody else, something about Florida?
Yeah, I have a son that lives there. I go in Florida, and we're picking up rides in Sarasota, taking people to Tampa and Clearwater, and I'll probably do some of that this summer.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so that might be a summertime.
That's right.
A summertime gig.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you can take this business anywhere.
I can, and
Yeah.
we do have drivers that I have in other cities, like let's say Florida, because I've established the business there. We do get rides, so we broker the deal for the riders that are already set up in Florida.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I'm always just so thankful when my followers and people that have known me for a while come up and say hi. It warms my heart, so I appreciate that. And you putting up with the babbling brook for all these years, that's pretty awesome.
Well, it was because of you and you're living in a car that really gave me the inspiration and the strength and the knowledge in order to do what I did.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you so much for that,
No, I
Angelo.
appreciate that,
But
Linda.
giving God all the glory for
I do.
that. Yes, absolutely. Nice meeting you.
Same here.
And I hope that you have a really blessed day and enjoy in your journey here.
Thank you, Linda.
You're welcome. Thank you. Hey, Marie. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Linda.
So you know the Babbling Brook. It's Serene and Simple
Yes,
Life,
I do.
huh?
Been following you for a long time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And so today I'm going around and I want to see people's homes because I know what my home looks like.
This is just a weekend van. I have a toy hauler that I tow, but I go like if I want to go to Lake Havasu or somewhere just for a couple days, I'll take this. I've got a cooler. I've got my bed. Come on in.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
I've got my Lugabaloo portable toilet back there. I've got the shelf with. Go look at that. It's loaded with food.
Okay. You don't mind me going in
Oh
here?
my!
with
No,
the-
it's both. That's where
Okay.
the doors are open. I'm serious.
Yeah. I guess this is open house.
It
Oh,
is,
look
yeah,
at
right.
you. Look at you.
Look to your right.
Yeah, you're styling here. And then over here. Yes. RV camper. Yes.
Fan channel for since 2017.
That's your that's your YouTube?
Yeah.
Yay, fancy. You're styling girl. So this is really cool. And so when you say weekender, do you have a home base or what are you doing these
I
days?
have a toy hauler. It's parked at Plamosa South, not Plamosa,
Get the
La
light.
Posa South. And I stay there for the 7 months. And then I'll go to Altoona, Iowa, where I work camp from mid-April to October 31st.
Yeah, you were telling me something
Oh,
about that.
I
I'm
love
trying
it. It's
I'm trying to get you in a
Adventureland.
better lighting here.
Thank
Okay.
you. Adventureland theme park. And
Okay.
it's great. I love it. I work myself silly, but I absolutely love it. I made a lot of money. In fact, I'm going to get rid of my toy hauler this year, and I'm going to get a brand new 22-foot cargo trailer and have it all tricked out.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And so how long have you been full time?
4.5 years.
4.5 years.
So May it'll be 5 years. I sold a beautiful home in Illinois, and I no regrets. Love it. Meet a lot of people, have a lot of fun.
Oh, that's really empowering.
Seeing places that I wouldn't have seen if I still had my home.
No,
you know?
we can be sitting at home waiting to die, or we
Exactly.
can get out there and do life.
Exactly.
Your choice, left or right.
Yeah, exactly. No middle.
Yeah, no middle, exactly. So, wow, that's interesting. So you say you work your butt off, you make a lot of money. What do you actually do at Adventureland?
Okay, so my job, I work for Park Services. They made me supervisor like after a week. I clean up your vomit. I clean up whatever, messes there are.
Okay.
Empty garbage cans and
Yes.
stuff, which there's hundreds of.
Serving
I have-
others. It's
you
a
got
beauti-
it.
it's a
There
beauti-
you go.
It's a beautiful thing.
They just call us whenever something needs to be cleaned, picked up, whatever. And I have people under me because I'm a supervisor, and they can do like the bathrooms and stuff. But we sweep and just whatever at the last minute. If there's a puddle, we go and clean that up.
Well, thank you for that. Because I always like to say, I don't always do it like I should at rest areas or whatever. Those people picking up cigarette butts, and they need to be thanked
Yeah.
for all the
Oh,
stuff that you have to do.
You wouldn't believe how many
so thank
people
you.
do that. And I tell you, I get $17 an hour, and I
Okay.
get 50 to 60 hours a week, and I love it. So come on down to Adventureland.
I'm telling
They're going
you,
to be at
Marie.
the big tent event, and that's how I found the job last
And
year.
this is okay. And this is in Iowa.
Yeah,
okay,
Altoona,
all
Iowa.
right,
It's a
okay.
great area, too.
Okay, don't be tempting me. So
No, listen,
yeah,
Walmart is 0.4 miles from Adventureland, and Target's across the street.
all right.
Yeah.
Nice. So, and they give you a place to stay too. Huh?
And they have a built-in pool at the campground.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So you are styling.
I'm telling you,
well,
I love it.
Well, good for you. Now, do you mind me, like you can say, 29. Do you mind me asking how old you are?
I'm 73.
73. See, I think that's empowering. When people be like, I don't want to tell your age.
Oh.
No, tell, because now you are, whoa, she's 73 and she's doing that?
And I'm in pretty good shape,
Yeah. Hello.
How cute you are. Oh, God. My new best friend, everybody.
No, I'm serious.
No,
Are
I'm
you
serious.
kidding me?
Aw, you look good.
Well, thank you so much, Marie. I appreciate this.
My pleasure.
The Babbling Brook will stop so you can
Oh,
share this with
geez.
somebody else,
No,
okay?
thanks a
and
lot.
then we'll run into each other again. Who knows?
right.
Maybe at Adventureland.
Yeah, really.
Awesome. Thank you.
Okay, thank
Later.
you.
You're welcome.